I'm back to Tell the Truth channel. Please like, share my content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and what other content that y'all go on. And please hit the bell. I appreciate that very much. What other content y'all go on, I appreciate that very much. I am in Jesus, and Jesus is in me. I just had a talk with my daddy. We was having a long conversation. And I was talking to him about, the things that you do when you young, like in your 20s going up. You think about the things that you did in your life. And, once you do the things that you do in your life, then you have to think about that as you get older. And then when you have your children's and you have to talk to your children's about the things that you did in your life from when you was 20 going all the way up, you have to talk about that. Like, you know how like people killing people and raping people and you know going to jail and all that stuff. That's things that you can't hide from your family. You can't hide that from your children. Even though you might feel that that's a even though you think that's something that you would not want to tell your children about, it would be better for you to tell them, because if you keep it from them and they go out there and they do all of that, and then you looking back at that like, I wish I would have told my children, the things that I did in my life, even though you feel, ashamed of what you have done, but you still have to tell your children, because if you keep that from them as they get older, then they end up following your footsteps and doing what you doing. And then you got to look at it like, I should have told my children, because, you know, like my daddy say, the children are the father of the sons. The children are the father of the sons. That means that the children follow they parents' footsteps. But the children don't have to follow their parents' footsteps if their parents teach them not to follow their footsteps. Now, if the parents did good things in their lives and they wanted their children to follow their footsteps, that's good. But if they did things that they wasn't proud of what they have done, then it need to, you need to tell your children, and also tell your grandchildren, because your grandchildren can follow your path too, because they following their children's, they following your children's path. That means your grandchildren will be following the children's they children's path. They will be following their parents' path of the things that they do in their lives. So it's always better for you to tell your children's, so your grandchildren won't follow your path than what you do in your life that's wrong. It's better to tell them, because as you get older, like when you get older in your um, 50s and 60s and 70s and going up, you think about all that. All of that stuff start coming back to you, and you start reminiscing about the things you did in your life, and then you have to sit down and think about it and talk about it with your children, because you don't want your children to follow your footsteps. You want your children to do better than what you do in your life. So it's better to not keep nothing from them, because they can end up doing the things that you did and you regret it because you didn't have the chance to tell them what you have done in your past life. So it's always better to tell your children before you leave off this earth what you have done, so they won't follow your footsteps and they can better their life for the better. That's what y'all got to think about. So everything you do on in your life can follow your children's into their lives. That's what y'all got to think about. They can follow that. So when you young and you live in, your life in according to the way you live it, as you get older, all of this start flashing back in your face. And as it start flashing back, you start thinking like, oh my God, did I really used to do all of this when I was young? Because as you get older, you get more wiser. And as you get more wiser, all of that start hitting you and making you think about everything you have done. So it's always better to, when you have your children's and your children's have their children's, to sit down and talk to them about it, and let them know everything you have done, so they won't follow your footsteps, and that'll be the best thing to do. Therefore, you will have something to talk to your children's about and to leave to them, so they can leave to their kids. Like, you know, I remember my parents told me this, and I'm glad that my parents told me this, so now I can tell y'all, so because I don't want y'all to follow, to grow up doing this stuff. So it's always better for the children's, for the parents to tell their children's, and then the parents tell their children's what they did in their past life, so they can tell their children, so their children can tell their children's, so they won't do what the parents did, so they can do better. So the children do not have to follow their parents or their grandparents' footsteps. They can follow their own footsteps. So that's what me and my daddy was talking about. So that's why I say, what you loose down in heaven, what you loose down here on earth, you loose up in heaven. So you got to think about it. Think about the things that y'all do, so your children won't follow them footsteps, and they follow their own steps the right way and do the right thing. Don't never hold nothing out from your children. Let them know everything. Because when you tell the truth will set you free, and it will set your children free and your grandchildren free. So never hold nothing back what you did in your past, no matter if it's good or bad. Let them know, so they won't make the same mistakes that you make. That's the best thing to do. So that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about, and that's what me and my daddy talked about. So I just wanted to talk to y'all about that, and I'll be back to talk to y'all again. Y'all have a good day and a blessed day. Jesus love you, Father love you, the Holy Ghost, the angels, the ancestors, and I love y'all. And I will be back to talk to y'all again. Talk to you soon. Y'all have a good day and a blessed day.